I started to write songs with other band members back with the Abattoir Blues record. And this was just like a kind of bomb went off, and there was suddenly all this material and grooves that they were bringing to the thing. The Bad Seeds know exactly how I am in the studio and my strengths and my limitations and all of this sort of stuff, and I feel completely comfortable with that with them. So, you know, even when I formed a new band, Grinderman, I just basically used the same people because I just, you know, they're the only people that I kind of trust to work with, really. Part of the thing with Grinderman and the songwriting process is that we are each able to create really bad music and to kind of fail and to embarrass ourselves and to kind of go on musical excursions into places no one should ever go. It's just a completely collaborative process, writing songs. And I've got a title like No Pussy Blues. Sitting alone in my office, you're kind of thinking, I can't really write a song like that. But you're in there with 4 guys and no one slept for 3 days and everyone's banging away this stuff and you just start going, whoa, I got the, you know, and start singing this and everyone's laughing about it. The creative process becomes enormously kind of fun, and it's very much irreverent to my whole process of songwriting.
Thank you.
My basic feeling in the real world is impotence. Things just seem to kind of roll on and on into you know, where you kind of just, you know, aghast at what's actually happening. And my own kind of creative world, I am the kind of supreme ruler there, and anything can kind of happen that I want to happen. I tend to go into a certain type of frame of mind when I'm writing stuff where everything seems to me to make a lot of sense. So that sometimes I read the lyrics and think, what the fuck is that? And very often it becomes kind of interesting for me maybe, or some kind of sport even, to kind of find out what the songs are trying to say, and so I write about the songs afterwards.
Comes a tall, handsome man in a dusty black coat.
Red Right Hand is one in point because there's a journey you can follow where he passes a creek and he passes the factories, and at some point I just felt that it was important to document what the entire town was like. So there are endless notes about what the church was like that he might have passed, what the river was like, and what the Hall of Records was like, and all the other aspects to the town that are peripheral and not actually in the song at all. I don't use this writing, or it's not for anybody else's purpose, it's just for my own kind of, I don't know. I'm bored, I should get a life or something like that. There's a song, O'Malley's Bar, which is very much about, I suppose, an American story of a guy going into a bar and shooting everybody. It feels to me like an American story, but most of that I was sitting around in the sunshine by a swimming pool in some place like Essen in Germany or some god-awful city like that. I mean, admittedly, I was pretty ill. It was early in the morning, and I think I'd spent the night kind of comatose by the pool, and I was still in my suit. But it was a totally different location than the actual song itself. And I think actual experience is highly overrated. Imagination is much more interesting than what life actually offers up half the time. The first time I saw Susie was at the Victoria and Albert Museum. Well, she came walking in, and all the things that I had obsessed over for all the years, pictures of movie stars, Jenny Agutter in the Billabong, Anita Ekberg in the Fountain, Ali McGraw in her black tights, Barbara Eden and Elizabeth Montgomery and Abigail, Miss World competitions, Greta Garbo and Jennifer Jones, and Bolshoi ballerinas and Russian gymnasts, Botticelli and Francois Boucher's The Birth of Venus, the young girls at the Wangaratta pool lying on the hot concrete, all the stuff heard and seen and read and felt, Caroline Jones dying in Elvis's arms, Jackie O at the funeral, Tinkerbell trapped in the door, Bert Stern's final Munro photos, all the continual, never-ending drip feed of erotic data, the great and the small came together at that moment, collided, in one great big crash bang, and I was well lost to her. And that, as they say, was that.
A wicked wind whips up the hill, a handful of hopeful words. I love her and I always will. The sky is ready to burst. Said something I did not mean to say. Said something I did not mean to say. Said something I did not mean to say. It all come out the wrong. Love letter, love letter. Go get her, go get her.